Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor, and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. But first, we're going to look at these cards, right? We have the Hermit, we have the Four of Discs. This, two cards couldn't be more well paired in my mind. The Four of Discs is so much about returning to our foundation, getting our things in order, right? Going back to our little nest, recharging, getting our strength back, getting our mind clear, grounded, centered, and ready to go. Now, we also have the Hermit. So the Hermit really is. It's about those times in life where we're just kind of doing our own thing, right? We are out there in the night with our little lantern, our hellhounds by our side, and we are, investigating the mysteries. This is a place that can, for some, feel very desolate, very lonely. But as a Cancer, this might be more of your natural state. This one too. Cancers like to be in their own environments, right? You like to be in the laboratory. So it makes sense to me that you would want to be kind of in your own realm, in your own world, in your own kingdom, as you are exploring those interior things, those deeper matters of the soul. And we're just gonna go ahead. And I want to say thank you for clicking on the reading. It's always such a huge honor for me to be able to commune with you. If you want to like, subscribe, or leave a comment, it does help the channel a lot to do any kind of interaction. Also sharing the video with people, or the different signs. There are a lot of other videos as well. Also, if you are looking for more Cancer readings, you can go to the playlist section there, and there are tons of Cancer readings. So here's the other thing. These readings are timeless, right? These readings are activated when you click on the reading and start watching the dang thing. So I am recording this on not October. It is November. We're already in November. Can you believe that? November 5th, 2025. And this will be coming out on November 6th, 2025. And I just want you to have those dates so you know it was recorded recently, first of all. But even if you're watching this in the future, you can look back on your calendar and see what was going on that day in my life. What is the context? Okay, let's get started. So you can see we have 3 people. This was the first thing that I saw. It looks like a capital E on this side, you can see. But on this side, it looks like 1, 2, 3 people. Okay, now, these feel like sisters. They feel like maybe siblings, maybe good friends. 3 of them. 3 aspects of self. Maybe it is the triple goddess. We see this one in front wearing the crown of the magician, or, well, the witch, right? In the middle, we have one holding some kind of emblem. It does look like Saturn to me, which makes sense. Makes sense. We're coming into Saturnalia. We've begun the procession of the Father. So it does. It seems like, that would make sense that there's a lot of Saturnine energy to be had. Now, do most people enjoy this energy? Probably not. It's not easy. It's a difficult, bothersome, uncomfortable night of the soul, right? This is, if you know anything about alchemy, or maybe you don't, the first process is the driving of the lead. Okay, so the earth element is the prima materia. Okay, so you can think of like all of this raw, unrefined, it has all of the little sticks and dirt and, you know, this and that. And this is the substance for which you use to build your great work, your life, your the monument to the path that you are on, the mystery that you are partaking in. And within this prima materia is, lead, Saturn. This is a heavy metal. This is a toxic thing. This is the thing that keeps everything from, yes, being able to grow life. Okay. So what do? We get in there with our rakes. We get in there with our, different processes. And we comb through and we drive the lead out. We pull it out. We refine this material so that we can use it for what we need it for, right? Building life. And so, when we get into the Saturnine energy, we know it can be one that's very heavy, very oppressive. It is about order. It is about devotion. It is about upkeeping the structure of the thing. Now, it is also time. It is also so much about time. It is about mortality. It is about, the death drive as well, right? This is the thing that we live beside, the skeleton for which we dance, right? And so, I feel like with these three very beautiful beings marching towards what? The kingdom over here? It does. It looks like a little castle. Now, we also have the number Z. Z. Who is Z? I know a Cancer with a Z name. I know maybe more than one even. But it seems that you will meet again. It seems that on this path towards where? El Dorado. That beautiful emerald city in the sky. You will meet this person once again. This is somebody from the past. They're coming forward. Now, they might have a name that starts with an N. It might be a name that has a Z. One or the other, maybe both. But I do feel that this is something that is necessary. This is a dynamic that is important to the work. There is a belovedness here, a kinship, and maybe even a twin. Okay? So I do see you in this trinity. And it is a one of resolve. You will do what you have to do to get the thing done. And that's the feeling. I see you marching towards this empire, this temple, this paradise that you are creating, that you are building brick by brick. You are very much in alignment with the architect now. You are traveling alone. You are okay with this. In fact, this is how you like to work. You are rebalancing the foundation of your life. You are getting your money in order. You are getting your work in order because it has been suffering. And I am not judging you there, but you hear me now. The work has suffered. You know that your work has suffered. You've been distracted. You've been in your own head. You've abandoned, in some aspects, your true will. You are living, I say this with love, you are living in a life that you didn't even want. You're doing pretty well at it, but it is inauthentic. And you know this, and I know this. How do I know this? Because I myself have found myself in this place more than once. It is not a death sentence. You are not stuck there. There's time. And I feel you, and I do, reclaiming the magic. I feel you reprioritizing aspects of your life so that you can do the work that you say you do. And you will. You are going to rebalance your life so that you can do the work that you say you do, and you will do this. This is all that matters. Nothing else will survive it if you don't put your whole self into the work in earnest. And you know this. You see things crumbling at the seams. And this is why you are drawn back to that foundational work. Because you have been distracted. You have been distracted. And that's part of the process. That happens. Don't beat yourself up about it. But you need honesty in your life, and you need to hear it. You feel the way you do because you're not doing what you know you should be doing. Listen, we all have to pay rent. We all have to eat. We all have to keep the lights on. That's not what I'm talking about. This is not the work that I'm talking about. I'm talking about that interior work. I'm talking about the reason that you chose to manifest. I'm talking about your true will. Your reason for being here. You are not honoring that. I would say probably nobody is. I can honestly tell you, I don't know that I know a single person that is honoring their true will. Not really. Now, who am I to judge that? True. But I have eyes to see. My stomach and my tummy's like, she's right. Did you hear it growling? She's right. Now tell her to hurry up and let's eat. But here's the deal. Listen, we're all scrambling. And why wouldn't we be? Look at the world. Look at the world. Look at how people are behaving. Look at how people are behaving. Why wouldn't you be completely a jumble, trying to figure out what's up, what's down? We all are. But here's the deal. If you really listen, you already know. Now, I'm not saying listening to me, listening to yourself. You know what to do. You know where to go. You know what's up, what's down. You always have, you always will. It is a matter of trust. And that's where you're working, is trusting yourself. Now, I want to look down here. We have a bird. We have a snake coiled. The bird will eat the snake, no doubt. Have you ever seen a heron hunt? They're like vicious little dinosaurs. So we also have the word February. And we have a fire. We have a person feeding. We have a person here feeding animals. We have music. We have love. The arrow. By February, everything will be different for you. And look at this. We have Mercury right here. Here's the head. Here's the body, the legs, and holding up there the torch. Everything's going to be different. It's not that far away either. What, 3-4 months from now? 3.5, I suppose. There will be love. I feel that there is a sense of... It doesn't feel like this huge jovial kind of celebratory feeling. But what it does feel like is being able to ease your nervous system to the point where you can be present in the things that you're doing. Like feeding the animals. Like looking at the sky, or you're outside cleaning up the yard and you're looking at all the little things. You're not thinking about the bills. You're not thinking about the groceries. You're thinking about what's right in front of you. Your hands in the dirt. Your nose that is cold from the wind. And, you know, all the little beautiful ants that are doing their business, working to build their empire, you know, and you are there, you are in it, and you are privileged. And I would say it's privileged enough to have done the work to allow yourself to even be able to be in that moment and feel it in its wholeness. Because I'll tell you what, our brains every day are being conditioned and programmed to get further and further away from just being able to just exist in the moment, because we are constantly looking for stimuli. We are constantly being completely just drown in information, and it gets more and more salacious and intense and you know, dire as the days go by. And so why would we question even? Why do I always feel ramped up? Why am I always anxious? Why do I always feel like something's about to happen? Yeah, because that's what we're consuming. That's what everybody around us is consuming. So in a few months here, I see through this work that you are doing for yourself that you're coming into a place where you are at ease. There is happiness here. It doesn't have to be fireworks. No, in fact, it's even better. It's a piece of toast and a warm cup of tea. And nothing going wrong for a few minutes. Right? Just the sound of the wind and the trees brushing up against the side of the house. And that's okay. And that's good. And it feels like a gift. Because it is. It is a gift. Now we also have the number 17, 17. Oh, you can see my green hair. Oh, you guys, you like my midlife crisis color hair? I'm working up to maybe being on camera. Paul over at Dove and Serpent Tarot, he's always like, yeah, you should be on camera. I don't like people looking at me, though. I'm like always moving around, and I imagine I'm making weird faces. I've seen recently pictures of myself from doing jujitsu and stuff, and the faces I make when I'm watching them like show how to do things, like demonstrations, wild. Because I think I look thoughtful, or I'm like, oh yeah, I'm really listening here, I'm in the thing, I'm paying attention, and then I see pictures, I look like I'm like, ugh, gross, do you see that? Like, my face is all like contorted and stuff, like, yo. So it just adds another layer of why I'm like kind of scared to be on camera, because I don't want to I don't want you to see how awkward I am. So anyways, let's see. What else? M. Somebody with an M name. Also, I keep getting the name like Ben. Benjamin, Ben, something like that. Ben. Who likes evergreen trees? Maybe a fan of Christmas? Camping. I feel like camping, like it's a camping guy. Fish bubbles. Maybe something about missing a year of vacation as a family or something like this, and a lot of regret around it. A lot of regret. A lot of regret. Yeah. So I do feel that we also have the number 53. What is it? I just felt like a darkness enter the room here. There's just such a, like a contempt for somebody. It's a feminine person in your life. And I feel like there's just such a, there's no sense of being able to go back to how, like, to square one. And it feels like somebody who's not, like, central to your life. But what is it? Why? I don't even understand. I don't feel like you even interact with this person, really. But there's just such a, not even resentment, just a dislike, hatred. I think you hate this person, which is crazy because it doesn't feel like you know them. But, like, you know them, but you don't know them. Maybe we're dealing with, like, a reincarnation type of deal. I want to ask, what is this? Were you not liking this person? Stop it. You just want to be alone. That's the feeling. Like, dude, stop looking at me. Stop trying to analyze me. I'm just trying to chill, dude. That's the feeling. Yeah. Okay, let's see though. Who is the person? Okay, so it is somebody that I feel like maybe they're like exaggerated. And you don't like that because it feels like a put on. But I don't know that it really is. Okay, so also I feel like you're not getting a super good read on them, and I feel like it bothers you. you know that they're fake or not good at what they do, or whatever it is, like they're a charlatan possibly, right? And they put on this big persona, right? And really, and I do believe they really believe in their abilities or their skill or in what they do. But here's the thing, is that it's begun to degrade, or it's just not, it's not good because they think they're so good. Does that make sense? Like, they're good, but then the moment that you start thinking like, oh yeah, I'm like so great at this or whatever, and you're not doing the work and you know, you're just kind of doing the same thing over and over again, and then it just like, yeah, it's apparent, right? And so I feel like you can just sense, you know, the uncanniness of this person. It's very clear to you, even though they try to cover it with their passion and their pomp and circumstance and having the aesthetic and all of that, you know. Yeah, okay. But I do feel, yeah, it maybe is a benefit to your life to be in good standing with this person. Like, it's not necessarily like, oh, we have to be, you know, in such a way for my life to go on. It's not like that. It's kind of like, this person is a drain, right? They're just too much, but I can't get them out of my life necessarily. Maybe you work with them, maybe they're family, whatever. And so I'm going to just like try to get along with them. So it's not the opposite, like just war, right? So I do feel like that's about where we're at. But I think that there's just this sense of like, I don't know. I feel like it's almost kind of like they saw you seeing them. You know what I mean? They peeped you peeping them, and now it's just a hair away from there always being a problem. Right? And I do believe that this person is probably, although it does feel like a feminine energy, I wonder if this is actually a man that has like profoundly like feminine energy. Not in like a earthy or intuitive kind of way, like in a destructive, in a annihilating kind of way. I hate to say that. That's terrible. I'm uncomfortable. That's why I'm like kind of I understand this person. They remind me of like somebody who follows the path of like probably a left-handed path. Probably devoted under a dark mother archetype, but fully conditioned in like this patriarchal thinking, right? Like a dude that comes into the mix and is like trying to tell everybody else who's not a dude, right? The experience of a woman beneath the dark mother system. You feel what I'm saying here? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it does. It feels intrusive. This person feels uncanny and intrusive. And familiar, right? Maybe too familiar. But beloved. There's also like this duality, because listen, we're not going to go that far into understanding how we feel about somebody or with somebody unless there's also some kind of draw there, love, kinship, family, whatever. Ultimately, I feel like this is something that is very distractive for you, but I see you just kind of smoothing it over. You know, just to kind of get on with it. 23 as the first lucky number. 53. 41. Very nice. All right. Let's see. What else do we have? I think that's it. All right, Cancer, I'm going to go ahead and tell you I love you because I know I'm glitching. I'm glitching right now. I'm going to tell you I love you because I do. And I thank you so much for being here with me. It's always such a wonderful pleasure for me. And if you want to like, subscribe, or leave a comment. Also, if you have prayer requests that you want to send privately, you can send those to ulaishere@gmail.com. And yeah, that's it. Love you. Talk to you soon.